Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing a brand new item from Bluesound, their PULSE M. This brilliantly elegant single stereo speaker is designed to complement the rest of the PULSE range. They do a PULSE Flex, which can be battery operated. They do a PULSE Mini, which is sort of mini sized. They do the PULSE, which is a very large, robust, commanding product that can be stereo paired and really produce something quite prestigious. But all of those products are somewhat functional in their design, if not boring. So Bluesound have answered an unspoken question, that there is a demand there for something a little bit more elegant, something a little bit more discreet, something that still sounds very, very good. And hitting that nail on the head is this brand new PULSE M. As you will imply with, it's been implied with the packaging, of course, this is not a big speaker. The PULSE unit themselves is quite large, and even the PULSE Mini is quite a large box. This is relatively small. Of course, as always, it features the Bluesound logo and the high-res audio and the implication of what's inside. We've got a few things associated with licensing, including MQA. And then on one side we've got a basic line drawing with some dimensions, scannable information associated with the product's serial number, and then the colour option, which today it's going to be its black. Now this has been pre-opened, and so there is, to put a New Zealand power cord in it, so there's a little seal about that pre-delivery inspection. And then there is the original factory seal, which is a little plastic tab. Removing that to get into it is relatively easy, although it can be cut with a craft knife if you want to. Once that tab is sort of pulled away, the top opens easily and reveals the carry handle and the final flap before we start to drill into the product itself. The first thing we see is a basic quick start guide. Now the vast majority of this information is about how to plug the thing into the wall, the power cord into it, and a network cable or something along those lines. So very rudimentary. The biggest thing you need to do though is download the Bluesound app. Now the Bluesound app will operate in all computers, all tablets, and all smartphones, which is quite unique. So many are restricted to a certain brand of phone or a certain ecosystem. This is across platforms, so that's wonderful to see. Clearly we can see a little box here for some accessories. Okay. And inside we have a black network cable with a Bluesound logo wrapping. We've got a New Zealand figure 8 power cord. We've got a far more comprehensive user guide along with instructions about warranty, and it's multilingual. Then we've got a 3.5mm optical to Toslink adapter. To keep this a relatively small form factor but still keep the feature set of being able to have a digital in for perhaps a television or something like that, they've supplied one of these adapters because the Toslink cables that you may already have are unlikely to fit in something with a small form factor like this. There we go. Then there is a top layer of folded cardboard, and this is kind of unique, and I want to pause. All of Bluesound products have been designed with the idea of creating some recyclability or at least compostable packaging. Gone is the polystyrene, gone is the closed cell foam. Everything here will go away, and it's excellent to see that they've made the investment in our future with the packaging choices from today. Diving in, we've got a desiccant bag. Just have a look. And then lifting out the product is probably the easiest next thing, and discarding the rest of the packaging. Now what they've got is a little soft bag with a pull string. It's knotted, and undoing that's relatively straightforward as far as just quietly fiddling away to get the knots undone before opening the bag itself. Now at first glance, and this is what I want to show you, look at how elegant it is. And please, as always, hang around for some close-up photographs. This has a touch screen built into the top, and it's almost mirror finish. Then there's a hugely elegant, and I mean hugely elegant, woven design. This is a functional speaker cloth. It could be made of anything, but they've thought about the design in every element, and it's wonderful to see this beautiful product for the first time. Now firstly, it's quite a departure from a traditional speaker system. There is a main 5.5 inch bass driver that fires upwards. You can kind of see that in the design, how they've allowed for it here. And then this almost 360 degree disbursement as far as the grille. They've followed it up with two tweeters in a 45 degree sort of angle to ensure that it gives you the illusion of stereo from a very compact single speaker. Now on that note, you can stereo pair these if you want and have a left and a right. In fact, the setup for that process is dead easy. It's wonderful that they've added that feature. It's a simple approach should you ever want to do it. You can even permanently group things or temporarily group things if you want. So again, wonderful to have that Bluesound control app fully sort of implemented as the evolution of their products and their software has improved dramatically as well. The product itself can be utilised with the new soundbars and wireless subwoofers, and you can potentially use this as a set of wireless rears. In fact, with the combination of a front soundbar, or a pair of these wireless rears, and the wireless sub, you can end up with all sorts of combinations and configurations for your home surround sound. Now also, backing up from a performance perspective, because NAD and Bluesound were never going to leave this product behind from a quality perspective, they've introduced 3 separate amplifiers. There's about 80 watts total, made up of about 50 watts running the bass driver, and then 2 15-watt amplifiers specifically for the tweeters. It allows Bluesound to control things within a digital domain, a DSP domain, to ensure that this will sound good at whatever volume you ask it to deliver. Spinning it around, we see the inputs and outputs that I've alluded to, and again, hang around for some photographs. I'll take some close-ups, but also we'll power it up and we can show you the top display. At the back, we've got the basics of the Bluesound Pulse M. We've got a combination of an optical digital in and a 3.5mm analog input. So if you've got a traditional 3.5mm output from something, you can jam it in, or if you've got a digital in from a television or something like that, use the adapter they supplied and plug it in as well. Quite unique to this product is the fact that you've got a headphone output. It allows you, of course, to plug a pair of headphones in and use all of the streaming capabilities of the product, but not annoy everybody else in the room. So that's an excellent feature on its own. Beneath it is a USB, and it will play off a FAT32 USB stick. It's not going to run some massive hard drive, but it will allow you to take some of your favourite music on a USB and have a nice little playback option. Beneath it is a network socket, and please, as always, if you can run a network cable to something, you probably should. And finally, we've got the figure 8 power input. Again, being multi-voltage, it'll run between 100 and 240 volts. The unit itself is nuggety and really well built, and the base of it is supported with a rubber oval to ensure that it sits neatly and doesn't slide on surfaces, and there's a little rubber cap enabling you to interrogate the bolt for mounting on a stand if required. So there we have it. Bluesound's brand new Pulse M single stereo speaker, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.